Hey everyone! I just wanted to sit down and film a few quick thoughts on AURORA's new song, Your Blood, which just came out this past week. I'm a little late getting to this video, but I was like, you know what, I gotta fight to get this one out. This is a new song that is presumably a lead single for a new album. If we remember, Aurora released the lead single off of her album, The Gods We Can Touch, a full year and a half before that album actually materialized. Exist for Love came out a good 18 months before The Gods We Can Touch. So if, that's anything to go by, that doesn't necessarily mean that the new Aurora album, it depends on how you count it. It could be her fourth studio album. It could be her fifth. It depends if you consider Infections of a Different Kind and A Different Kind of Human to be two separate albums or part of one album. But regardless, Aurora's next project could still be a little further away, though I have a feeling it won't be quite as long of a gap between a lead single and an album as last time. I have good feelings about 2024 for Aurora, and I would think maybe by the summer, I would think we should probably have a new project around then, but we shall see. I don't think this is a standalone song, but that's also a possibility. She's always working on new music. This song is produced by Chris Griotti and is sonically an interesting evolution for her. The chorus is so poppy. It's so elastically pop. It's kind of what I would call Maroon 5-esque pop because of the spunky staccato guitars. It's not really something we've heard from her before. But if you recall when Cure for Love came out, we saw Aurora really trying to experiment with very mainstream styles of pop. That doesn't mean, if you listen to the song, that she is abandoning her ethereal witchy vibes, because there's an ominousness to this entire song with beautiful vocal layers and, of course, very insightful and deep and probing lyrics. Your blood, what matter is it made of? Do you feel it travel in and out of your heart, needles stitching up the big holes? You prepared for battle as you fell apart. Are you dust? You are dust. Your voice drowning in the white noise, do you hear the echo begging you to let go? This earth, whoever was it made for? Just wait until tomorrow, it might not be as cold. When all inside you burns like a star, it's after you burn out that you are reborn again. And maybe if you called out for help, then I could help you outrun yourself. Come run again, we'll run again. But I refuse to die. An inner battle with your own demons and remembering how we're all connected by stardust. That's the underlying theme here. It's at once a very nihilistic message and an optimistic one. It depends how you want to interpret it, and I think that's what's so kind of beautiful about the starkness of these lyrics. Subject matter, again, would be very interested to see further explored on further songs and elaborated upon. I love the hilt of the sword that she's grasping in the promo material. She's dressed as sort of a knight in armor. So we're going to battle inner demons. Very symbolic here of fighting serious, heavy stuff. Needles stitching up the big holes. And of course, the blood being the life force that we all have, that is something worth fighting for to protect, even if you're in a battle with your own mind. Potentially in nods to suicide. That's the underlying tone here. Trying to console someone who's feeling like it's not worth fighting for their own life. Very heavy stuff, but Aurora is earnest in probing it and necessary. It makes it a very necessary kind of statement. And I'm very excited to see the evolution of her music. I think that, the Scandi-pop sound, the earthy guitars and the buoyant kind of ethereal vocals mixed with more bubblegum pop, hooks is something that she is really blending well with. And I think that, one might expect a slightly heavier kind of crushing electronic instrumentation to accompany such dark lyrics. But I think that the positioning of lighter, buoyant staccato electric guitars is an interesting touch here. The chorus is not as strong as the verses for me melodically and sonically. So I'm very excited to see where she is going and where she is heading on this new journey for her new project. And I again expect new music and hopefully a new album from her in some point during 2024. Again, my estimate would be spring, summer, sometime in that range. I also want to just point out that I'm very impressed, with Aurora using her platform to speak out against calamity that is going on right now in the Middle East, in Israel, and with Gaza. She is, she's not the only one speaking out, but unfortunately, there are a lot of major, well followed musicians who are refusing to speak out on this. But we are seeing indie musicians really step up. And Aurora even stated she was unsure about putting out a song at the in the climate that we are currently in, and I'm glad that she ultimately decided to do it. I think that there's definitely added weight to the symbolism behind this song, knowing the battle that we are currently facing, and particularly those in Palestine are facing, and in Israel. And so I won't get too much into that. That's another video. I have my thoughts on that conflict, but I did want to address that I am very proud to see Aurora standing up for a ceasefire, and I 100% support and back everything that everyone who's calling for a ceasefire is stating, which is it's of the utmost imperative for humanity that that calls for a ceasefire are heard around the world by all of the governments, and that Israel is called to stop such atrocities. I know I'm going to potentially already incite some people in the comments, so I had to slide that in there. But yeah, I mean, if you have a problem with that, you will have a problem with Aurora and a lot of other, progressive artists today. So be that as it may, solidarity, and we need artists to not only be speaking out, but to be putting out great and meaningful art right now, because art is the meaning of life. During periods of struggle and of war, I hate the idea of artists silencing themselves because they feel like it may not be of the better interest to put out their own art. I think in most cases, specifically very impactful or inspirational, meaningful art is always important to motivate and to brighten and to galvanize us to understand what we're living for. Just wanted to tack that on. What are your thoughts on Aurora's new song? And what are you hoping for on the record? What are you hoping her sound is going to potentially, what would you like to see her sound potentially evolve, or which direction sonically in terms of production would you love to see her on the record in terms of instrumental and stuff? I would like to see more of an earthy, a return to some really earthy kind of almost electronic production that was so much on her earlier records. But we'll see. I'm always going to support Aurora's music. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace, love, and light, now more than ever. Bye.